For most of us, gaming is just a hobby, right? Something you do to unwind. But what if I told you that Time Pass has blown up into a massive global industry? I'm talking serious, high paying careers. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and look at how this all happened. An industry that entertains the world and employs millions. That's a pretty big statement, isn't it? Because when we think of gaming, we usually picture, one person, one controller. But the reality? It's this gigantic web, an ecosystem really, that's not just entertaining billions of people, but it's also creating jobs for millions. It's shaping tech, culture, you name it. So, to really get a handle on this, let's look at a perfect example. Supercell. I mean, get this. Back in 2010, they started in a room that was barely 30 square meters, a tiny little office in Finland. And their big idea was simple: make games that people would love and play for years. Fast forward just 2 years and bam, they drop Heyday and Clash of Clans on the world. And today, they're literally one of the most profitable game companies ever. It just goes to show you a small team with a huge vision can totally change the game.
Hi guys, so are you interested to create your own multiplayer high-end game? Then join Game Institute's GI Battleground workshop. In this workshop, you will be learning about game design, network programming, server infrastructure, player matchmaking, and much more by using industry-standard software called Unreal Engine 5. You will develop your own high-end multiplayer game and receive feedback from experienced game developers.
So these are the secrets we will be revealing in this GI Battle Royale workshop. Understanding the basic game implementation, creating your own game physics and game mechanics, build out character abilities such as spawning scene objects and much more. By the end of the workshop, you'll have gained a solid understanding of game development process and have an amazing insight. And you must be ready and have the skill to develop your own high quality games. So what are you waiting for? Register now and join the game development workshop today.
Okay, so that leads us to the big question, the real mystery here. How in the world does a company go from that tiny room to a global giant when the games that made them famous are, well, free? This is where things get really, really interesting. All right, let's bring this home for a second. Think about it. If you've ever downloaded Clash of Clans or Heyday, any of those games, just pause and think, how much money did you have to pay upfront just to get it on your phone and start playing? Yup. The answer is a big, fat zero. Nothing. You can literally play for hundreds, even thousands of hours and never spend a single rupee. So, if the games are free, then how on earth do you explain this number? We're talking tens of billions of dollars in lifetime revenue. That's not a typo. The same company giving away its product for free is raking in millions of dollars a day. It's one of the highest earning entertainment companies in the world. So what is going on here? How is that even possible? Well, the answer lies in something called the free-to-play model, and it's honestly genius. See, you make the game totally free. That brings in millions and millions of players. Then, a tiny percentage of those players might choose to buy optional things inside the game, maybe to speed something up or get a cool new look for their character. But here's the key. It's never required. You don't have to spend a dime. And this model is what allows you, the user, to play for free. Well, the company makes billions. And guess what? It creates a whole universe of jobs to keep that engine running. Okay, so that's the big global picture. But this isn't some story happening halfway across the world. This exact same revolution, this gold rush, it's happening right here, right now in India. And just to put this whole thing into perspective, look at this. The gaming industry isn't just big anymore. It is now officially bigger than the movie and music industries combined. Let that sink in for a second. We are so far beyond this being a niche hobby. This is now the #1 form of entertainment on the planet. And that just completely shatters all the old myths, doesn't it? For so long, you'd hear people say gaming is just time pass, a waste of money, it's just for kids, it's not a real career. But the reality? Oh, it couldn't be more different. We're talking about a professional industry that's driving innovation in mobile technology, in AR and VR, even in artificial intelligence. And this boom is absolutely exploding here in India. I mean, look at the facts. We're already one of the biggest gaming markets in the world. The government is actually pushing policies to grow it even more. You've got universities starting up courses in game design and AI, and our own Indian studios, they're now working with huge global clients. So what does all that add up to? A massive, and I mean massive, demand for people with the right skills. So you have to ask, what's the holdup? What's the problem? And it's not a lack of jobs. The jobs are there.
The problem is a skill gap. The industry is crying out for talented people, but there just aren't enough trained professionals to fill all these roles.
Okay, so this is the perfect point to pivot. Let's stop talking about gaming just as something you play and start looking at it as a profession. Let's dive into the actual high-paying careers that make this whole industry tick. And we're not talking about vague job titles here. These are real, specific, in-demand roles. You've got your creative folks, the game artists, the animators, then you've got the tech wizards, the Unity and Unreal developers, the AI specialists. You've got the masterminds, the game designers who dream up the whole experience. These are serious careers that need both creative and technical chops. All right, so we've got this huge opportunity on one side and this big skill gap on the other. So the obvious next question is, what's the first step? If you're someone who's interested in this, how do you actually make that jump from being a fan to becoming a professional? And just ask yourself this, honestly. How many of you would love to get some real clarity on which one of these career paths is the right fit for you? Because, it's easy to look at a list of jobs, but it's a whole different ballgame to actually understand what a game designer does all day, or what skills you need to be an animator, and figure out which one clicks with who you are. Well, the source material lays out a pretty clear roadmap for this. Step 1 is just bust those old myths we talked about. Get them out of your head. Then you can really dig into what each of these professional paths looks like and see how the pros actually make these amazing games. And by doing that, you can find the right direction for your skills and potentially save yourself years of just guessing and going down the wrong path. And that right there is really the main point. Making the right career decision is, well, it's priceless. In an industry that's moving this fast, taking a little time right now to get that clarity, to figure out your place in it, that's not just a small step. It's the foundation for your entire future. Which brings us to probably the most important quote of all. This is not about games. It's about the skills, the careers, the opportunities. It's about your future. See, this whole conversation, it was never really just about playing games. It's about what it takes to build them, the incredible careers that come from it, and what all of this could mean for you. So I'm going to leave you with one final question to chew on. All those hours you've spent playing games, all the problem solving, the strategic thinking, the creativity, what if all those skills you've been building just for fun are actually the key to your entire professional future?
Hi guys, so are you interested to create your own multiplayer high-end game? Then join Game Institute's GI Battleground workshop. In this workshop, you will be learning about game design, network programming, server infrastructure, player matchmaking, and much more. By using industry standard software called Unreal Engine 5, you will develop your own high-end multiplayer game and receive feedback from experienced game developers.
So these are the secrets we will be revealing in this GI Battle Royale workshop. Understanding the basic game implementation, creating your own game physics and game mechanics, build out character abilities such as spawning scene objects and much more. By the end of the workshop, you will have gained a solid understanding of game development process and have an amazing insight, and you must be ready and have the skill to develop your own high quality games. So what are you waiting for? Register now and join the game development workshop today.